Hello there, it's the third day of Chinese New Year and you're now watching News at 5 with me, Douglas Elliott. Let's begin with our top story. Prime Minister Dato Sri Anwar Ibrahim arrived in Brunei for a two-day official visit to the Sultanate. The special aircraft carrying the Prime Minister landed at Brunei International Airport at around 3:13 p.m. Anwar was accompanied by his wife, Dato Sri Dr. Wan Aziza Wan Ismail, for his second official visit abroad as Prime Minister. Upon arrival, he was greeted by Brunei Crown Prince Pangeran Muda Mahkota Al-Multadi Bilal Sultan Hassana Bolkiah. Also present at the airport were Foreign Minister Dato Sri Dr. Zamri Abdul Kadir, Foreign Ministry Secretary General Dato Sri Amran Mohammed Sin, and the Malaysian High Commissioner to Brunei, Dato Raja Reza Raja Zaib Shah. Anwar is set to have an audience with the Sultan of Brunei, Sultan Hassana Bolkiah, at Istana Nurul Iman on Wednesday. The Prime Minister and the Sultan of Brunei will also witness the signing of a Memorandum of Understanding between the Malaysian Investment Development Authority, MIDA, and the Brunei Investment Agency. Now, infrastructure development in Sarawak and Sabah is one of the main focuses in Budget 2023 to be tabled next month. Prime Minister Dato Sri Anwar Ibrahim said his visit to both states opened his eyes to the inadequacy of basic infrastructure.
The Prime Minister added that besides Sabah and Sarawak, Pulau Pinang is also in the spotlight after it was overlooked in the previous budgets. He explained that even though Pulau Pinang is the largest tax contributor in Malaysia, he admitted that the state is often marginalized in terms of federal budget allocations.
Itu dalam pertimbangan saya, ya. Walaupun ada kekangan dari segi pendapatan dan perbelanjaan, tapi kita akan beri perhatian kalau memang benar ada kebenarannya Pulau Pinang itu telah dipinggirkan dari segi kedudukan. Tapi sama juga macam bila saya ke Sabah dan Sarawak, memang ada kekurangan besar kerana peruntukan untuk Pulau Pinang itu banyak pada infrastruktur besar. Di Sabah Sarawak itu termasuk prasarana kecil, klinik, hospital, perumahan rakyat, sekolah-sekolah daif, itu harus kita beri tumpuan.
He said this when asked by reporters on claims that Pulau Pinang received low allocations in previous budgets. He was mad after attending the Majlis Kenduri Rakyat in his hometown at Cerok Tok Kun, Bukit Mertajam, Pulau Pinang. Meanwhile, the Prime Minister said Budget 2023, to be retabled on February 24, would touch upon the digitalization and modern agriculture sectors in an effort to ensure the country's economy remains sustainable. Previously, the media reported Anwar as saying that the Budget 2023 to be tabled next month would not be tied to the bill previously tabled in October 2022. However, the recommendations made in the previous budget plan would be taken into account in coming up with the new figures.
The government is focusing on finding a solution to lower the price of raw materials. Prime Minister Dato Sri Anwar Ibrahim said this includes ensuring sufficient production as well as supporting domestic producers of egg, chicken and vegetable products.
Anwar was commenting on a statement by former Prime Minister Dato Sri Ismail Sabri Yaakob, who called on the government to find a solution to lower the price of raw materials.
Saya pun mampu banding sebulan setengah menteri-menteri yang berkenaan, yang bekerja, itu kalau kita nak bandingkan, saya boleh akui bahawa yang dilakukan sekarang ini lebih.
Now, earlier, during his speech at Majlis Kenduri Rakyat in his hometown at Cerok Tok Kun, Bukit Mertajam, Pulau Pinang, Anwar said that in the short time since he was appointed as Prime Minister, the presence of international investors from Europe, China and the United States in Malaysia was much more encouraging than in previous years.
The Sabah Kadazan Dusun Murut Welfare and Education Association, or PKADIN, has proposed that the designation of Chief Minister in Sabah to be restyled as Premier. Its President, Newman Tibin, suggested that the Sabah government will table the matter at the Sabah State Legislative Assembly in March for further discussion and scrutiny. Now, joining us this evening is Amirul Mukminin from Sabah with the details. Over to you, Amirul.
Thank you. Today we live across from Kota Kinabalu, Sabah, regarding about the Pekanbaru belief that the title of Chief Minister for Sabah and Sarawak should reflect the two states' equal position. And Sarawak has already received its Chief Minister to be called Premier. The coordination of the title Chief Minister is appropriate to reflect Sabah's position in the Federation of Malaysia in accordance with the original agreement of formation of Malaysia 1963, whereby the Sabah region, Sarawak and Malaya are equal. In Malacca, Penang, which are included in Malaya region through MS 63, currently they use the title of Chief Minister as a dependence of the larger position for the Premier. Get back to you. Thank you.
And dance is synonymous with the Chinese New Year celebration. According to tradition, the lion dance brings good luck and abundant wealth, as well as chases away evil spirits in the new year. For lion hat maker Ronnie Chin, by incorporating this year's zodiac sign of the rabbit into its design, he hopes to bring in double the auspicious blessings for the coming year of the water rabbit.
我就把这个兔年，就是因为我们的这个兔年是我们用天文，因为我们中华文化离不开五行，就是有天文地理嘛。天文地理就是有10天干12地支，把它组成起来，才变成有这个癸卯年。因为在来年的这个时候，明白吗？就是一个不一般的兔年，就是说有双春年，还有这个黑兔年，以及是这个闰二月。 变成它是有3个不一般之处，变成我就把这个机会啦，这个变成是做我的作品，就是癸卯年吉祥三宝，就让我把它名称是，我把它名称是这个癸卯年吉祥三宝咯，就是有分癸癸卯卯年年，有3头，它也不是兔时。
According to Ronnie, he got the inspiration for the design back in June last year and started making the lion heads 2 months ago.
我们的这个我自己制作的这个癸卯年吉祥三宝，它有什么特征呢？有吗？就是说我不管我们怎么样改变，怎么样改装，我们就不能够偏过，就是说不能够偏太多我们的 老祖宗所传下来的这个传统，因为我还保留在85%的南狮，就是说，你看今天我的癸卯年吉祥物，它还是有一个佛山的角，OK， 然后在眼睛这边、嘴巴这边，你看都是一般我觉得就是你可以好好去看的话，就是它还是一头南狮，看，比方说你可以这样子看，然后这15%的话呢，你看我就有加了这个 兔牙，然后有加了一个凤眼，因为一般我们佛山狮它这里是就是说它的侧面这边有肿起来的，我就把它做成平。因为我把它做成平，是因为把它能够看到这个兔的这个眼睛的美观，有吗？就像那个我们说这个动画片的巴尼，它变成有一些翘起来咯。然后这个我要把它做成一个画的一个兔。 而且你看，在这个侧面看的话，有吗？佛山狮的话，它这边必须就比较浮起来，跟这边是它比较浮的，变成你看这个，它就这样比较翘去前面了，比较翘去前面，变成它有一点兔的风格而且在后面看呢，它就是有这个耳朵，它耳朵是翘上来的，而且这个翘上来的话，有吗？ 我还是保留在佛山狮的耳朵，因为一般我们佛山狮的耳朵它是下来的，我就故意把它翘上来，而且它还是会移动的，这样子。
Despite having fun with the design, Ronnie said that it still retains traditional elements to keep the heritage alive.
就是我刚才我说的，就是我们不能够 离开传统，就是说我们在舞的时候，我们还是用在南狮佛山南狮的味道，就是说鼓乐也好，舞法也好，就是100%就是南狮。
The 3 new lions were inaugurated on January 15 with an eye-dotting ceremony, along with 7 other lions at the Guanglong Temple, Batukawa, where they also performed for the first time in front of an audience.
Following the mass shooting at a dance studio in Monterey Park, California, authorities have found and seized more ammunition and firearms at the residence of the now deceased shooter, Hu Can Tran. Los Angeles County Sheriff Robert Luna said the 72-year-old lone shooter had several containers full of ammunition. Other items that were seized include a rifle, various electronic devices, and items that could be used to manufacture weapon silencers. Luna added the motive of the mass shooting is still being investigated by the police.
The question is, there's information out there that the suspect may have committed these crimes, and I'm paraphrasing, due to jealousy or some relationship issues. We're hearing those things too, but have not confirmed any of that information. It's part of what our investigators are diligently looking into. Allegations about family poisoning, we've heard the same information. I believe the information we have is that the Hemet Police Department put that out. I would recommend you call them. We don't have specific information, although the our investigators will be looking at all those factors to see if it contributed to the madness that occurred that day.
In regard to the suspect's background, Luna said Hu had a limited criminal history with an arrest in 1990 for an unlawful possession of a firearm. Meanwhile, a supervisor representing the 1st District of Los Angeles, Hilda Solis, said 2 out of the 10 victims who suffered major injuries from the shooting had survived. She also received a direct call from U.S. President Joe Biden.
Last night, I also had the privilege to receive a call from our president, President Biden, who asked me what was needed here, and I told him we just need more reinforcements, we need more help, we need to stop this type of violence in terms of guns, and also to provide more assistance by way of mental health services, not just for the community of Monterey Park, but for the entire AAPI community, and in particular, some of our senior centers.
The Monterey Park shooting caused the deaths of 11 patrons of a ballroom dance studio, which were filled with people celebrating the Lunar New Year. When police went on a pursuit of the fleeing suspect, he killed himself before authorities had the chance to arrest him.
And that's the quarter-hour update of the hour. Join Lorenzo Isaac on Nightline at 11 p.m. tonight. I'm Doug Salit. Thank you for watching.